was your mentality coming in? Joe said he loved your start offensively.
Yeah, just to be honest, just rolling more. And I was popping, and we kept playing. I kept playing a little bit more how I'm used to in the regular season, but I needed to make some adjustments. And just rolling more, honestly, and getting going with some easy ones early on. D. White found me, and yeah, just being a bit more towards the rim, because they weren't really, even though I haven't shot the ball good in this series, they don't really give up anything from the three, and they're closing out really hard. So you gotta make an adjustment.
And then just how frustrating was the foul trouble?
Yeah, of course, always, especially because. Especially the and-ones and little ticky-tack fouls. I don't want to foul, and it's still a foul, and it stings. But most importantly, we have guys step up and guys play big minutes, and we got the win at the end.
How did those rolling plays early come together? Is that something you guys talked about going in? Were those kind of just on the fly?
No, I mean just looking at the film. I had some opportunities in the third game. Which I kind of just popped out, and we didn't really get anything, and the spacing is not good. And just look at some opportunities there, and a bit more movement, a bit more fluidity. They already tried to make the game real, muddy. Is that a word? Muddy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just need to combat that, and I think I did a better job today.
For you really want to be part of this run this year after the injuries last year. Much as maybe the anticipation of that, or just kind of some pressure you put on yourself, maybe contributed to some of the slower start in the series here? Is it pressure on yourself almost?
Not really, honestly, no. Of course, I want to do well, and sometimes I rushed a couple things maybe here and there, but yeah, I think it's just a little bit honestly, it's a little bit adjustment too from the regular season, how it's officiating to now, so it's also takes a little bit adjustment time. Especially for me, because a lot of times guards are able to get away with more stuff in the paint, and that's what I've been experiencing. But yeah, I feel like, and also every series is going to be different. Some series they take away this, and then we have more opportunities here. And this type of series. It's not high-scoring games. It's just real muddy. I added this word to my vocabulary now. And they just make the game slow for us, and around 100 points, so they can always be right there. So we just have to keep trying to play our way, and we'll be fine.
A lot of teams have tried to take away the three-pointer from you guys. Not many teams were able to do it during the regular season. They've held you limited that a lot so far. What do you need to change against that strategy? You talked about the rolling by yourself, but what else have you guys kind of needed to do to counteract that?
Honestly, we're not we're not trying to force anything. We're not trying to force those threes up. If they're there, we take them. Obviously, this is a big emphasis for them. Just from efficiency standpoint. And yeah, they're taking them away. And we want to shoot the open ones. Especially in games like this, against a matchup like this. If we have an opportunity, we have to let it fly. I felt like we had a couple today, and probably the games earlier also, that we turned down, and against an opponent like this, that plays like this, super aggressive, taking away the threes, the ones that we have open, we have to take them.
Kristaps, primera victoria de Boston aquí desde octubre del 2022. Hablamos del físico que se está jugando en esta serie, cuán fuerte es este rival de los Orlando Magic. ¿Y qué esperamos para el próximo partido en casa para ver si podemos cerrar la serie?
Pues sí, la verdad que es un oponente bastante físico, bastante como al límite de falta, ¿sabes? Y nada, tenemos que anticipar eso. Y también los árbitros están dejando jugar bastante al límite. Y pues es un ajuste, sobre todo para mí, pero bueno. Estamos ahí. Este partido ha sido súper importante para nosotros, ponernos 3-1 y ya queremos terminar el trabajo ahora en casa.
Jayson missed the team
Jayson misses game 2 with the wrist injury. Comes back. I think he had 36 and 37 in this game. Down the stretch, how much faith do you guys have in him to kind of carry you guys, in those moments? And what has it just been like to have him back in these last 2?
No, honestly, he hit. I think it was a 3 that he hit towards the end of the game, and I thought in my head, I'm like, this guy's special. Like, this guy's special. He's he just has. I think also just from when I got here to now, he's developed even more of a killer instinct, and he's been getting his big buckets, in this series and last year's playoffs, and third game, he thanks to him, we were right there, and today again he was phenomenal.
Final couple questions for Kristaps. No, with the job.
Just the killer instinct, is that something that you just see on the court in final moments where you're like, maybe when I got here, I don't know that he would have done that, what he's doing right now, or is it something that you see also behind the scenes in a way?
Also that, I think he's also becoming, like with JT, like whatever he says makes sense, honestly. Like he doesn't say anything just to say, just let's go. Whenever he says something, it makes sense, So he has a good basketball mind, and honestly, yeah, he's just, you could see his demeanor, he wants the ball towards the end. And we trust him fully that he's going to get a bucket for us, and yeah, he's been leading us, and we expect that from him.
Kristaps, when you talk about passing up on some of those three-pointers, is there some sort of like mental thing now with the way they've closed out, the way they've taken things away, that when you turn, you kind of expect them to be there, and there's some sort of hesitancy?
Sometimes, but I wouldn't say hesitancy. It's about making the right read, knowing that if he's closing out hard, you want to make the right read. Like, well, maybe he's going to jump. He doesn't jump. It's like, just shoot it. Yeah, but I was, maybe he gets a piece of it. It's always a read, and it's about making the right read. But some, I think I felt like we turned around, maybe, and we didn't, we didn't read the situation quick enough where we could just, I have enough space. Even if he's closing out hard, I can still let it fly. So that's what I felt, and those are the ones that we have to take. If we don't make the right read, okay, but even with the shooting we have, I think even the 50-50, kind of closeouts, I think we still got to let it fly, and keep playing our basketball.